Hello, everybody. I'm Jennifer Patterson with the Adair County OSU Extension Office.
And I'm Jody Parolini with the Cherokee County OSU Extension Offices.
Guys, we are out here today to talk about a couple of weeds that we get asked about a lot. But most of the time, when we get asked about them, it's too late in the year to give a good recommended control. So we jumped the gun. We're out here early this year to talk about these plants. And so if they're an issue in your pastures, you can get a game plan for this spring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jody, tell us about the buttercup. We've got that everywhere.
We do. Buttercup is most commonly identified with its really bright, yellow, shiny flowers that typically have 5 to 7 petals on it. I know it may not look like it right now, but behind us in this field there's actually a lot of buttercup growing right now as we speak. Um, in the winter months, that's when it's in its vegetative stage, so we may not recognize it right away. The best time to control it is in the early spring months of either March or April, and we can use 2,4-D if it's under 4 inches tall, but once it gets above that, we may need to revert to something a little bit stronger, a little bit heavier. One thing to note that maybe not a whole lot of producers know about is that buttercup is actually toxic to livestock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some really good information. And, and like you said, not many people are aware of the toxicity properties,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hey, so the other one that we were going to talk about today is the musk thistle. So the musk thistle is actually an invasive species in Oklahoma. Okay, it's a very aggressive growing plant. It can produce up to 10,000 seeds. And so if it's left untreated, it can take over an area and your livestock won't graze. And so you're losing grazable acreage. Okay, so there are some different thistles in Oklahoma. And so the way to identify it is by looking at the leaves. So the musk thistle has smooth leaves, no hairs, and it has a white line down the middle of the leaf. Some control options. Let's talk about mechanical control. So if you just see a handful out in your pastures, if you're out scouting, just take a sharp spade and you can actually scoop those out of the soil. What you need to remember is you need to get below the crown of those plants. If you just take the foliage off, they will grow back. There's also a biological control. So not many people have heard of the weevils. They're beneficial insects, the head and rosette weevils, and just like their names, they feed on the immature rosette or they feed on the seed head of the plant. Okay, so if you're interested in those, give us a call. We can get you some information on that. Chemical control, there are some options. Just like with buttercup, you want to get out there early for the most effective kill early in the spring, and 2,4-D can be efficient. If those plants bolt, if they produce a seed head, you're gonna have to go to something stronger, weed master, one of your graze on products, things like that.
Now, the biggest thing that you guys need to remember is to read the label. It has a whole bunch of information that will be really helpful in deciding the application rates, when to apply, and so on.
Absolutely. Just remember, chemical control is a great tool to utilize for your operation, but it is not the only tool and it's not a permanent fix.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at soil fertility. Let's look at your current grazing management. And if you have questions, give us a call at your local extension office. Bye, guys.
Bye.